Do I suck? I do. I do suck. Dude, it just gets late at night and then I just get goofy. And then this is what happens. Breaking the Ice podcast.
Is that what that other picture of Josh Dolan is, of you licking the on-air light? Because that's disturbing.
Oh, you don't like that?
No.
Oh. I just chugged a seltzer water. I've been drinking that like it's my job.
You know, some people would call you a pussy for drinking seltzer, but here I am with my green tea matcha from Starbucks acting like a basic bitch.
Now, what is matcha?
The funny thing about that is I have no idea. I wanted one. She's a Starbucks fan, so I took her there and I got one too, and it's actually pretty good.
It looks like pond allergy.
It might be. And I think it's some kind of pond scum. It looks like it'll help me poop. But
yeah, that'll definitely work some stuff out.
It's not too bad. I'm bummed because I was leaving there with her, and this guy drove by and went, "Hey, Mike Shue," and I was like, "Oh fuck!" Somebody saw me coming out of Starbucks with a drink. Hey, Mike,
now you're
coming out of Starbucks. You look like a fucking douche.
If it was illegal to say stupid things into a microphone,
why must you be so stupid?
These guys would be doing life without parole.
Hey, everybody, we're back from prison.
Why do we keep encouraging this kind of behavior? It's the Breaking the Ice podcast with Josh Dolan.
You know, we could, go to jail for this.
Along with Mike Shue and Isaiah Moskahana Mana Blitz Boskowitz, whatever the hell his name is.
Somebody that recognized me at the mall one time, and then they were like, "Hey, I've never really ran into a celebrity before," and I was like, "You still haven't."
Yeah, I love that. They get Mike Shue, big time celebrity. I'm like, where?
I'm like, have I been lying to these people?
You know, I'm in line at friggin' Rockies, getting some ice melt. Oh, big time celebrity. I'm like, yeah, right. You want to carry my fucking ice melt for me? Jesus Christ. Uh-oh. What happened? You all right?
Oh, yeah, there we go. So can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine. You sound good.
Oh, wow. Because I feel like the picture on the camera is better, but now I'm used to looking at you here.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so I just got to get used to this.
Pretty magical.
Oh, it is. And then I like that little bonus picture.
Mommy.
Isaiah, were you tanning?
I was.
You look like a raccoon. What happened?
How did you know that? Hold on. I got to put this here. Oh.
Yeah.
Or should I do this?
Or
how about this?
Oh, San Francisco.
Oh.
Born there.
Come out. You were born there?
No, I wasn't. That's a line from, I believe, Star Trek 4.
You would know that.
It may have been 4 or 3. It's the one with the whales.
Remember when we talked to him?
Yeah.
I do.
Let's see what we have here.
That was a good episode.
Did you watch any of the outdoor hockey games?
No, I didn't. I missed those.
This guy was one of the first responders that they said hello to. It doesn't show on here. His name is Dusty Gooch. What? Wait, what? Yeah. I looked up and it said Dusty Gooch. I'm like, okay.
That's an unfortunate name.
That is unfortunate.
Now that's a Scandinavian name, I believe, right?
I am fucking. All I know is I put it on Facebook, and all my asshole friends are like, "At least his name wasn't Stinky." I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you try attending high school with the name Dusty Gooch.
Oh my fucking god!
I know a guy in Pennsylvania named Ray Balls.
Okay. Ray Balls.
That's a character building name right there. Ray Balls.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. He's a good dude. I mean, he's got a great sense of humor.
I mean, you have to, or you become a boxer.
Yeah, right.
Ross, what are some fucked up names? Like, what was the NASCAR driver?
Dick Trickle.
Dick Trickle. Yeah.
He is a gentleman, nothing but a gentleman. I believe he's passed, though, the late Dick Trickle. That guy was driving up into his, I don't know, it was like 50s or 60s. He was, you know, he was a longtime NASCAR guy. And when I was working in Richmond, Virginia, they have a raceway down there. And I'll tell you, watching NASCAR TV on TV is like, you know, it's the most boring thing ever. But when you go to a fucking NASCAR race, that's like a Metallica concert.
Oh God, loud.
I mean, the crowd is out of fucking hand. And first of all, it's like the Grateful Dead because there is a caravan of friggin' RVs that
in the middle,
the NASCAR tour, and yeah, some are parked some get some spaces in the middle
for days.
In Richmond, they can't.
Okay,
but they're all around the outside in special areas, and they are partying for like 3 days straight.
Yeah,
you got the qualifying, you get the truck race, you get the whatever the mini NASCAR, and then you get the real race. And these people, it was near the local like amphitheater, like, you know, Tweeter Center kind of or a community center.
Great Woods,
right? Yeah, Great Woods, right? So that staff was involved in when NASCAR was in town also, and I knew all those people from working in radio down there, so they'd invite me down at night. And we'd get in the golf cart and drive around. There'd be bodies. Some places it looked like a massacre. Like you get like 1 a.m, and those people have been drinking since 8.
2 days earlier. 2 days earlier.
Right. And they're passed out all over their like, you know, their Dale Earnhardt patio they've set up with giant threes all over the fucking place.
Yep.
They're just laying around like somebody walked in and shot all of them. They just passed out where they were sitting.
I never liked NASCAR, and like you said, watching it on TV is like fucking just sitting and doing this all day. Yeah. And I went to one when I lived in Florida at Daytona, which is the motherland. And it was just that. Getting from Orlando to Daytona took fucking 3 weeks, it felt like. And then once you got there, that sea of people outside, and that's one of those racetracks where you could go in. And I was working at a rock station.
That's much bigger than Richmond. That's a huge track. Yeah.
It was, I was working at a rock station, WJRR down there. So we were doing some on-site things, and I drove into that middle, and it was like nothing I'd ever fucking seen. And then you could walk right up to the track, which was fucking, you know, like this. And when and I'm like, this is such a redneck fucking thing. What am I doing here? When those engines started, I got a fucking hard on. I'm like,
that's the concert part, because they start the world shakes.
Jesus. And when they
yeah, everything vibrates.
And it rushes right by your fucking head. And I'm like, oh my God, this is why they sit here for days getting shit-faced on Miller Lights.
They're getting up to 200 miles an hour. I don't know about Richmond because it's small, but somewhere like Daytona, they get a straightaway. They're getting up to 200 miles an hour. And they're coming around. And, you know, I've been both in the middle in a media, you know, kind of environment and watching these pit guys work, and they're just amazing. But I've also been sitting in the stands next to some guy with a beard wearing nothing but camo
and a 3 tattooed to his neck.
And I don't know if they still like do it now, but you could bring anything you wanted into this race.
Yep.
Coolers and stuff. There was a Church's Fried Chicken right outside the raceway, the best place to be. There was a line that was like 4 hours long under the and these were just benches. These aren't seats. These are like the old metal benches they had at the old Sullivan Stadium in Foxborough.
And they bring their little ass chair, you know, which has a 3 on it, of course, or 24 for fucking whoever he was.
No, Tide or whatever the fucking sponsor is. And they're chowing fried chicken, and they're drinking beers. They're fucking giving each other hand jobs. And this
whoa. I didn't see that.
You know, those cars go by, you feel the wind, that you see chunks of flaming rubber flying in the sky. And that's why they're always changing tires, because you're going 200 miles an hour. Those tires are disintegrating.
Right.
Like, you got to come into the pit, man, or else you're just going to fly. So you leave the race with like what's in the air: exhaust, burned rubber, beer, maybe semen. I don't know. And it's
maybe semen.
But it's like by the end of the race, I'm shit faced. And there's like, you know, there's a whole strategy about pitting near the end. You know, you got to get in the pit, get it done. And especially near the end, because you got to save your space.
Right.
Like, tires are disintegrating. You need gas, whatever. This guy was rooting for Bill Elliott. And I was like, sure, I'll root for Bill Elliott. I don't want this guy to stab me.
Right.
And he will.
Yeah, and he will. Sure, he's got a knife on him. They weren't searching anybody. He's got a knife, a cooler of beer, a bucket of chicken, and some BC headache powder. So, he's like, Bill's got to beat so-and-so out of the pit. Watch this. He's got to let's go. All right, Billy. And he's like, yeah. And he turns and he looks at me and I look at him. We hug. I'm like, yeah, he's going to do it. You know, I'm hugging a man who's probably had his penis inside of an animal.
I mean, it's basically the same thing as the Kentucky Derby, but just with engines.
No,
that's like a total prissy rich crowd.
That is an elite fucking rich boy. You know, actually, you know what, Isaiah? The Kentucky Derby, and I don't know if they still do this, but from what I read, if you read Hunter Thompson's The Great Shark Hunt, a collection of his short articles and stuff like that, he did one on the Kentucky Derby. He described the inside loop of the Kentucky Derby. That's where all the real partiers were. And everybody's doing drugs and they're having sex out in the open. It's kind of like
it's just NASCAR with money.
No, well, nah.
And
with
fucking
more money.
weird hats and those little drinks.
There's a whole like fashion thing, and there's a standing, and you have to be there's like colonels and shit. It's not like NASCAR. NASCAR is definitely like a rock show.
NASCAR and the fucking Kentucky Derby ought to come together like in fucking Anchorman and fucking fight. Boom.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's clear who's going to win that fight.
Will win.
Probably the NASCAR people, because as Mike said, they have knives and their cocks have been in animals.
It's one of the best. I've been to four races. I've been to 4 races and had a fucking awesome time at every one of them.
And this was all because we said Dick Trickle.
Right.
Dick Trickle. What are you doing?
And basically, if you take the cars away from NASCAR, you just have Hampton Beach, and that's.
Oh God, exactly. Hampton Beach tried to pretty it up by putting some, new pavement down, but it's still fucking, that is the center of hell.
Yeah.
You've got family up there, so you've seen it close. I'm not saying your family's hell, but you've been close to the hell line.
Well, yeah, but I didn't notice it when I was a kid, and I remember the first time I realized what a redneck was. I went to a monster truck show at the DCU Center, and I came back home and my parents were like, so how was it? Because I went with one of my friends in 3rd grade, and I was like, everyone there kind of seems similar. And I was trying to describe it. And I was like, I don't know what it was, but like everyone just had like, they all seemed like they would feel like pizza grease. And
right.
I was like trying to describe it.
And they smell the same. And
oh yeah,
they all have weird beards and they reek like Marlboro. I
was like, they all just seem like outdoors people.
Yeah, right here.
Is that you?
Yeah, smell like.
What is that? What is in that sandwich?
It was Chipotle. I'm still. I got to go back to the station and do work. I just came home to have lunch with my daughter, which is a great thing about working at the Pike now. It's just up.
Yes, talk about that. We'll get back to weird names after Dick Trickle, but how Mike is now full-time morning show host on the Pike. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, now we can talk about it.
Yeah, that's right. Now we can talk about it. Yeah, it's awesome. I want to thank everybody, like the people who used to listen to WAAF. A lot of those people checked in and
nice,
sent a lot of love over the text line and phone line and social media. And I just want to let all those people know I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for all.
What's the text line at the Pike?
It's 508-799 Pike, 508-799-7453. So if you want to call in or text in, I am there in the studio live Monday through Friday. 6 to
508-799 Pike is the text or the request line.
You can text and call on that one line.
Oh, fucking money. Oh yeah, I'm writing it down because we're gonna start harassing you. Let's go.
Yeah. So
that's good.
Text anytime. And I just finished up day 3 and I'm starting to feel good about it. I had Carrie on with me Monday on my first day, Mistress Carrie.
I heard that. That was great.
I had Kevin Barbary on with me this morning. That was a lot of fun.
How's he doing?
Voices. He's doing great. He's doing voice work and he's, like everybody else, he's just trying to get by, but he's doing all right. And then I just talked to John Osterlin.
How the fuck?
Yeah. Ozone. He's
holy shit.
I can't believe he's been in New Orleans for 13 years working.
Where's he working?
He worked at a conservative talk station for like 3 or 4 years when he first got down there.
Yep.
And then they let him go. And then they hired him at the Classic Rock Station to do morning. So he's been doing that for a while, and he is he's doing great. He's happy where he is. He loves New Orleans.
Is that an intercom station?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. My friend Kat does middays.
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
she's awesome. She worked with me at WHEB, so she probably, obviously, she's middays right after. How is John doing? I feel like John came on with you and Carrie and everybody the last night of AAF.
Yeah, he was on, and he's great. We talked about it. It's been a year now since AAF went off the air, so I kind of started on that same exact day, and I totally forgot. He relayed a story I forgot about. I asked him about, is there any one thing you can actually remember that shocked you or surprised you that you got away with, or that was just crazy? And he goes, well, God, there's so many. And it actually took him a while to think about it. And I totally forgot at one of the indoor beach parties up at the Songus Arena, which were always an awesome time. It was the one where Disturbed was a headliner. And then afterwards, he had gotten a room at the hotel that was next door to the Songus Arena. And then somehow a ton of people showed up over there, and there was a huge party, and the local police showed up and they arrested him.
Oh.
And he got arrested, and everybody was chanting "Ozone" as he was leaving. Really pissed off the police.
That's fucking total rock star level shit.
Yeah, and he was saying that. He was like, you know what? That's what it was. That's what it was working at
Ozone. Ozone.
It was just like, that was the life that we were living at that time. It was, and we thought it would last forever. Because when you're drunk and high, you think, this is it. This is going to be it forever.
I'll never have a hangover. Really?
All I need is another hour of sleep. I'll be fine.
Oh.
Yeah. Didn't we talk to him like a year ago when we were on Denny Doherty's podcast? And we
did.
Yeah. And then that was, I think, the last day that I saw anyone in person for like 6 months.
We actually went to Denny's house. It was, exactly. And that's when it all went down. I think it was
because he was talking about like his kid's school just got canceled. He was like, they might be home for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's funny.
So it's been great. And
and you're fucking 5 minutes from the studio. So Mike lives in Worcester. You're a Worcester guy on a Worcester rock station, which obviously you were before with AAF, but you'd have to fucking drive to Brighton all the time or downtown Boston.
Like
Worcester.
Boston sucks, but
fuck that.
This is right in the center of Worcester. I live like 5 minutes away if all the lights are green. When it gets warmer, like in the summertime, I'm just going to ride my bike to work, which is going to be awesome.
Get out the fucking skateboard with the Misfits logo on the bottom and fucking cruise down the hill right past the DCU Center.
My daughter wants to start trying to longboard, so I might try to do that. Which is probably a mistake, because if she falls, she'll get back up and get on. If I fall, I'll break a hip and I'll be in a wheelchair for the rest of the day.
I'll break a hip.
I mean, that's just what happens when you get older. And I'm starting to feel that. I don't know if it's the becoming a dad thing, but now when I'm like down on the ground, it's an event to get back up. Like
you almost were the other day when I talked to you. You said your foot went in a snowbank and you said your lower back.
Oh yeah, I
What
pulled
the
my
fuck?
back out walking in the snow.
I called him. He's out walking his dog Lenny, and we're talking here. Oh, I'm like, so you're walking the dog. Did someone just punch you? He's like, oh, I fucking did it again. I'm like, what are you doing to the dog? And he's like, I stepped in it. I misstepped. I'm like, did you pop your ankle? He goes, no, I threw out my back. I'm like,
walking in a straight line, and it was just like
my
the
dog.
snow was a little deeper in one spot than the other. Like, and it was like that feeling when you think there's one more step.
Oh,
you do that like weird thing at the bottom. I did that 2 times in a row, and I was like, I might just be laid out for the rest of the week.
I think that was where the phone call ended. He goes, I gotta go. This is not going to be a good night.
How old are you, George?
I will be 30 in August.
Look out.
Oh, well then, fuck you.
Oh,
okay.
Hey, fuck you.
Out of the car, it feels like somebody's ramming a hot steel rod into my fucking knee. So
no, come on.
30-year-old body. You're not even fucking old yet. Jesus.
I know. I was at our friend Lyndon Byers' house yesterday.
LB.
He has like no hip, and he's been like on his exercise bike, not like a Peloton or anything. It actually looks like one that he was, riding when he was actually still playing for the Bruins.
Oh,
And
really?
It's got the arms that do this.
Speedometer, like manual.
It's
it's
got
got
the
a buzzer
fan.
on it.
A little bell and some tassels.
Yeah. So he's been riding that, and he was like, "Oh, my knees are so sore. I'm just trying to keep the hip moving." And
Oh
I was
my
like, "Yeah, I
gosh.
know what you're talking about." And I started like talking about it. And I was like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. Never mind." And he's like, "You'll be fine."
Every bone and muscle in his body hurts. You've got like one disc in one back in one place.
Broken in his body. All right.
Oh,
Yeah. God. But yeah, the job's going great. It's starting to feel really comfortable, and
congrats, man. That's huge.
you're making me feel really welcome and comfortable over there at the Pike. And I'm working with this guy in the morning, Adam Webster, who is just a machine. The guy is the morning guy. It's a cluster of stations. So it's us and it's WXLO and it's Nash Icon, which is a country station. So he does mornings on the country station. And then he also does news on WXLO, and he does news for me too.
Okay.
Morning. The guy is amazing.
He's running from mic to mic to mic to mic to mic.
Well, if he was allowed in the station, that's what he used to do. But now everybody's
Oh, it's all from home. True. True.
he's remote, and I think the XLO morning show, Jen and Frank, they're remote, but their producer Kira is still in there, and she's great. But he's funny. He's a great dude. He just beat cancer. The guy is like,
Wow.
unbelievable. I mean, he's like the opposite of what we were just talking about. He's like the guy's so full of life, I mean, he's got a second chance at it, and he does a
That's
great.
great.
If you're listening in the morning, he's really funny too. And after this week, we're going to start doing some features and things like that, and focus more on the Pike. This has been like old home week with AAF and the year anniversary and stuff like that. So
Yeah, but that's great. And people are dying for that. Or in Worcester that lost AAF. I mean, where do you end up going? I mean, I don't know if ZLX comes in out there or you end up getting lost on Sirius somewhere.
that's the thing. Yeah. And that's the thing. You're competing with Boston market stations like ZLX and 92.9 and HJ.
Did those both come in all three of those come in Worcester?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
As well as
Okay.
Sports Hub and EEI and all that stuff, but I'm loving it. It's awesome.
Yeah, but Worcester people are loyal. They're going to find out that you're on the Pike. More and more people are going to realize, and they're all going to be all Pike all day.
I hope so. Worcester people are loyal.
Right.
So if you are good to them, then they won't smash a bottle over your head when you turn your back.
Maybe not. Maybe. So you're up against the Hillman Morning Show. Take them down.
Oh, I'm gonna take them down. Okay.
Hey, listen.
I'll take care of that next week, Isaiah.
No,
right?
Give it a year, but I'm just going to keep an eye.
And then you know what? I'll take down Toucher and Rich too, because I can do that. Sure, just me in the studio. I'm not. You know why I can't do that? Because he's got Danielle. Okay, there's no way I'm taking down any show.
Maybe she goes to the Pike.
Oh, I don't think so. No.
Come on.
No, the lady likes her lifestyle. It's not going to happen.
She lives in fucking Swampscott. She is not driving to fucking Worcester.
Well, most of all, she's got to take care of like 8 dogs and 7 cats and 4 gerbils and a ferret and an octopus and maybe
squirrels
and stuff. So she's half of what she makes goes to taking care of those animals. And
right.
But yeah, I got all that, but I'm just psyched to be working in radio again for real. And
that's good.
I hoping to have a lot of fun and just be more part of Worcester.
So now a few weeks ago, we were talking about how like ever since AAF went off the air and during like coronavirus that you were like, it's been nice to like shut your radio brain off where you don't wake up in the morning and you're like immediately like, all right, show prep and like things you're watching. You're like, I should write this down. Are you getting back into that?
Oh, absolutely.
You have to.
Because it was nice. It was. I'm not going to lie. It was actually nice not being in radio for a while because I'd forgotten what it was like to not live like that.
Yeah.
Because for 30 years of my life, from the day after I graduated high school till I got let go at AAF, I was in radio.
Right. Everything show prep.
I started interning. I was working college radio and part-time, at a station in Pittsfield.
Yep.
And so for 30 years, I wasn't doing anything else.
What station were you on in Pittsfield, Mass?
Hold on a second.
Is it? Well, there's only a cluster of town square media stations now.
Hold on. I think I got a little grizzle.
Don't fucking choke on Chipotle on the show. They're not a sponsor.
He's got.
Wait, he's not drinking beer now because he has to go back to his job.
Yeah, he's just gonna wash down his chorizo with his pond allergy.
And this is only water, shockingly.
Pond scum matcha from Starbucks. My daughter from Starbucks. I'm eating basically like my daughter right now: a Chipotle burrito and a drink from Starbucks. That's
wow.
Yeah,
that is a teenage girl order.
I know. I'm eating like a teenage girl right now. But
I mean, tomorrow it's going to be mac and cheese from Panera.
Right. Eating like a teenage girl, but my body's going to react to it like a 52-year-old old fart.
Oh, you're going to shit yourself. You're going to get back to the studio and be like, well, I guess I'm going to christen the fucking new Pike toilet.
I'm going to shit through my nose.
You know what I do? One of the things I miss about AAF is the bathroom that was right across the hall from our last studio, because it was like right there.
I know. You know, it was like we finally had a program director that really got us.
Private bathroom.
A general manager that got us, and we had a bathroom right across the hall. Everything was good. Everything was
I know. It was so nice to finally go into a bathroom and not have to awkwardly say "excuse me" to Kirk Minahan, or like be like, "Oh, sorry."
Right.
How's it going? Good morning.
Back in the day, are you John Dennis?
I like your penny.
Oh, the only people we'd have to, when I was in there on weekends or anytime I was filling in for you guys, it was like nobody else was there. The only other studio in the back hall of WAAF was Magic. That was always weird. You'd be in the studio, I'd have like fucking, the new Slipknot going on fucking 10, and I'd go out to the bathroom and there would be fucking like John Denver playing in the hall because they cranked Magic in the hall. I'm like, just pump fucking Slipknot into the hall, would you, man?
They don't want to scare the clients,
There's nobody there on Saturday. Come on. And no one ever came down there.
But going back to your point, Josh, that was nice. Oh, thanks. But you don't want the rest of this? You want me to have more pond scum?
Oh, he's gonna fucking shit sideways later. What is in that drink?
It's matcha and I believe some cream and whale sperm.
Oh,
and it looks like melted army men.
It's the chocolate.
That's exactly what it is.
The chocolate starfish cleanse.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of these.
Oh, wow, and he has one handy too. So,
dude, Josh, I love one of the promo. You licking the fucking on air thing. The promo picture.
Oh, they can't see that, but thank you.
Oh, they can't. Sorry.
No, I'm licking something.
He's licking the on air like Josh was going to be the overnight guy on AAF 2 to 6 a.m. baby.
He suckered somebody into that. Yeah.
Oh, he blew Joe. Let's be serious. You did what you had to do.
It still could happen somewhere.
I don't know.
Well, you got to find program directors that are willing to go live, and that's what I like about. I mean, that you're live.
I don't know if lightning will strike twice. So, well, I mean,
you never know. You never know.
Make lightning strike.
They could have you do overnights at K-Love. Joshua is a religious name from the Bible.
Yeah, and so is an Isaiah, but I mean, we don't seem like we're in that.
I'm going when I die. I'm going right to hell. Direct shot. Boom. I'm gonna broadcast set up. You guys are all invited. Backstage passes in fucking hell.
No, I'm retiring in hell.
You're purposely going there.
Right. I'm retiring.
Now it is hot there, but it's a dry heat. It's not like Florida.
Right. It's just like Vegas.
It's good for the lungs.
Yes.
Right. I was just looking at Breaking the Ice podcast. I fucking laughed my ass off. What was it? That picture of Mike. Go on breakingtheicepodcast.com and look at this fucking Mike Shoe's head on this fucking stud dude's body on the couch.
What did Nicole put up there?
Go look. breakingtheicepodcast.com and look at that picture of Shoe.
What fucking picture are you talking about? Can I do that while I'm doing this?
You can go. Everybody else who's listening to this or watching this, go to Breaking the Ice podcast. You can catch up on all of our episodes that we've been doing for a year now. Look at that.
Wow.
It reminds me of like the George Costanza picture. Much better body on this cat. Look at that. You're looking good, Mike.
Was it right on the front page?
Yeah, you're eating like a teenage girl, and look what it's doing to your body.
Why is that up there?
Well,
who even made that? Is this a Timmy Boom Sauce?
That's a picture of that's you, Mike Shoot. That's you and your skivvies.
Yeah, I wish.
Right.
If that was actually my body, I would not be working in radio. I'd be making hundreds of thousands of dollars in porn.
Oh, without question. You're fucking cocked down to your knees banging all these chicks.
Okay, now I don't know. Are you showing it, Josh?
I am. Yes.
Yeah. That's fucking great.
That seems like that's going to be the next T-shirt.
I knew you'd do that. I knew you would.
What the fuck?
I'll buy 6 of those, please. It'll only take a year to get here. But everybody who's checking this out, breakingtheicepodcast.com, all sorts of stuff, all of our episodes, merch. If you want to be a sponsor of the show, we've got a ton of sponsors. There's a sponsor page up there. And thanks to Nicole over at Invoke Media for putting this site together. I laughed my fucking ass off when I saw that picture. Yeah, that definitely. Can we make that a T-shirt, Josh? I think that would be a big sell.
I think we could, and we will have more merch up once I'm done. Putting together like bouncy chairs and cribs and being like,
having a baby. That's
and once I'm done hiding in my other apartment, I'm just gonna.
Never wake a pregnant woman was one of our episodes.
It was. What's that, Shu?
Has she gotten pissed at you again about anything else?
I've been tiptoeing, so no, and I've been spending a lot of time, like putting up this is going to be the baby's room. It was my podcast room. But
it's a little more echoey now.
Yeah.
And you took down all of the posters and the Breaking the Ice thing, and
I took down Steve-O's mugshot, and
is that a peach colored MacBook you have there? Is that yours?
It is, yeah.
Special.
My other Mac broke, and I just needed to get one, and they said we have rose gold, and I said that's fine.
I just need the computer to work.
It's like what Cardi B's MacBook looks like. It could probably be bedazzled or something like that.
Actually, I'm getting this bedazzled next week, here, just the Apple.
As you should. Just put a little put this logo on it. Breaking.
I'm having a girl. I'm hashtag girl dad now, which
That's not bad. That's not bad. What were we just saying about merch? You oh, dude, you know what never showed up to my house? The stickers. Did you ever get any of those, Mike?
Yeah, I got a ton of them.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I don't know where the fuck those went.
There we go. Okay. I mean, everyone got them but you, Isaiah. I think you just got to move a little closer to civilization, and then...
No, fuck that bullshit. I'll stay right on the water. Thanks. But let's check that out, because when I get those, I'm going hog wild, sticking those things on every Dunkin' Donuts post I can find.
Christ.
Every drive-through.
Josh is going to get an email.
Oh, yeah. That's what we want.
Corporate. Could you please stop doing that?
No, what we'll do is if they call to complain, Josh will professionally say, sure, he'll send them a link to the show and they can come on the show and air their grievances.
Or I'll just professionally ignore the email.
That's also an option.
You know what? Don't do anything until you get a letter from a lawyer. That's what I learned from Larry Army and Joe Roche over there at Army and Roach.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it until you get the letter and then just stop. When you get that,
do it and say sorry later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right. So what I need to do is I need to hit every Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's and Burger King fucking thing on the North Shore with Breaking the Ice. So let's figure out where that package went.
People have been sending pictures of. Some of the sticker pictures have been disturbing. And I've tried to put a few around myself, but I'm just so paranoid. I feel like someone's going to be like, "Hey," but I don't.
Fuck them. Who cares? Like Mike said, until you get the note from the attorney, you're good.
Just do it until you get the letter, and then you can stop. Usually it's the letter that makes them stop, and that saves everybody a whole lot of time and money.
Didn't you send a bunch out to some people that DM'd you? So we encourage anybody watching that has the Breaking the Ice sticker, put them in fucked up places. If you go travel somewhere, there's not a lot of traveling that's going on, but whatever, kind of do Where's Waldo with the Breaking the Ice sticker. Get one of these stickers and put it somewhere, or hold it up at some famous place, and we'll feature you on the show,
and we'll pick a winner, and the winner gets the new Mike Shoot T-shirt.
Oh,
dude,
with him. Really a part, though, is it? That is just torture.
No, that's amazing. It's like that. The best T-shirt I've seen is the who was the guy that played for the Seahawks? That face, that expression he had when Malcolm Butler intercepted the ball at the 1 yard line in the Super Bowl. The Seahawks were about to win.
Richard Sherman.
Thank you. That look of horror. They made a full body shirt of it.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do with Mike. That picture of Mike Shoe, full 6-pack abs, and there's Mike's fucking scruffy face.
That's an awful idea.
I need to send this right over to Chuck Perks at fucking at the Pike and be like, dude, promote this show and look at that sexy man doing mornings.
You know, if you have to go to court, that'd be a great place to put up a breaking the ice sticker.
I'll do it. I don't have to go to court yet, but if I do,
guilty, 30 days. You're like, okay, thanks. And as you're walking out, just slap one on the wall before they shove you through that door.
Just don't do it at the Worcester court. They know me there.
Oh.
Ooh. Oddly enough, I've been in there too. Oops.
Yeah, but as a juror.
Oh,
Okay.
Bullshit. You got busted for something somewhere along the line.
let's just say I've gone out the back door.
There you go. Don't fuck with that ankle bracelet.
Did I get taken into the Worcester courthouse in cuffs? I can't remember.
No, I don't know.
Can't.
I don't know. No, I've never been busted in Worcester. So knock on
Worcester.
Natick?
What?
Natick?
Never heard of.
Excuse me? What? Oh, it's weird. It's weird.
Nope.
Mike's gotta go. Gotta go.
One time, I got a call from police at my house.
Oh, that's not good.
And I answered the phone and they asked me if it was me. And I said, yes. And they said, are your parents there? I want to talk to them. I said, okay. And they talked to my father and he goes, we have to go to the police station.
Oh, fuck.
Said, why? And he goes, did you put out a cigarette on some girl's jacket?
Maybe.
And I was a freshman in high school.
With that fucking mullet.
Right. And I really hadn't started smoking yet. And I was like, one, I don't smoke. And two, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And he goes, well, we have to go to the police station. So I go down there. It was seriously like the usual suspects. And it was like me and my buddy Paul Sanford and my buddy Kenny Levy and a bunch of other people that we all hung out together.
Right.
I walk in and they're all there with their parents. I'm like, what are you doing here? Said we were hassling these girls. I'm like, I don't know did you hassle any girls? We're like, no. So what happened? So the cops like, were you here in this day and this day? And we actually were in the place they were asking us about. And he goes, you didn't talk to any girls. You didn't see any girls or anything like that. And I was like, no, we're all no. And so they kept calling these girls. We were waiting for the girls to come with their parents.
Oh, shit.
To identify us. And we're waiting and the cop's hassling us. I mean, he's jerking us. And finally, one of my friend's dads, who is just a tough bastard, said, hey, until we know this for sure, why don't you lighten up? And this is a guy like lifelong Natick resident, bullshit from anybody, and a real townie. And so the cop was kind of laid off in there. And so basically this is what happened. The girls never showed up. And apparently they were smoking behind the friggin' building 19 at the 927 mall there in Natick.
Yep.
Me and all these other guys, there was a way to cut through the back and go around. There was a Stop and Shop there and there was a Brigham's there. And we always used to go to Brigham's and like get fries or whatever and just hang out. So we walked back there. They saw us. They panicked. They were smoking. They threw their cigarettes in a bag that had their jackets in them.
Oh.
And there were cigarette burns on their jackets. And so basically what they said is we went over there. We were smoking. We cornered them and we burned cigarette holes in their jackets.
Bitches.
And first of all, they were in junior high, but they seemed to know all our names.
Oh, boy.
And so when we were told that guy I told you about who told the cop to lighten up, fucking just ripped into him and the other guys that were the other cops that were in the room, said this is bullshit and we want to press charges. And it was unbelievable. The guy was just going off. And finally his wife said, shut up. And then he left. But that was the only thing that happened to me in Natick. Okay. That was it.
Okay. Listen, as your attorney, I advise you to stop talking about Natick.
It was mistaken identity. It was false accusation. Everything else.
And we move on.
I was a pillar of the community in that town.
A pillar, a Mike Shoe and pillar. That's like Isaiah and pillar. Never put them together.
A pillar of weed. All right.
Hey,
I gotta go here soon, guys. Seriously,
you'll like this one. This is relatable, very relatable. There was a news story that and this would be the balls that they're looking into certain strains potentially or part of THC as working on the inflammation of what COVID-19 does to the lungs.
Oh, really?
It has to do with cannabis and COVID. And I'm like, I swear to fucking God, if after all this, just smoking a little fucking weed could have kept this away.
Right.
Like, really? Go get fucking high or take a pill or something.
That's, you know what? You'll never know, because that's the last thing the pharmaceutical companies want you to find out, is that you can grow, if that's true, and we don't know,
It was on Big Boy. I was listening to BZ or something in the car, and it was like, it was a story. It came out of Harvard. I'm like, those are real names.
No, that's the last thing the pharmaceutical companies want you to know. And I'll tell you, this whole thing about being able to grow it in your house, they didn't want that happening either, because
it's fucking happening. So get on board.
You're growing your own medicine. They don't want that. They want you to spend inordinate amounts of money and get hooked on their pills.
Yeah. How else are they going to buy another island?
Right. And their vaccine, because the government paid them billions of dollars to do that. And they don't want to lose any of that money. If you can grow your own vaccine in your home.
Can we get that doctor back on the show? Because we haven't talked to him. What was his name?
Dr. Bernard.
But what's his handle?
Chubby Emu?
Thank you. Chubby Emu.
Yeah,
Chubby Emu. Let's get him back on, because now we're getting into multiple variants. We can bring up the cannabis thing, and he was fucking a great guest. We should have him on.
Yeah, he does all other stories too, like that guy who drank 2 gallons of coffee.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, Josh, you tried to do that when he came on. You're like, hold on, and you pulled out a pot of coffee.
I do drink about 2 pots of coffee a day still, and I'm always thinking about that episode. I'm like, I that might have just been that guy was weak or something,
or he was pounding them down. Like, you can't chug them; you have to spread it out over the course of a couple hours.
Yeah, if you do it right. I'm probably just doing it wrong as usual.
That's all right.
I'll keep trying, Josh.
Yeah, it's not like Mike Schuh's boot, which I heard you talking about on the Pike on your new morning show, drinking the boot on the show.
Somebody called up. Oh, it was Jimmy Donuts called up.
Jimmy.
And I was like, yeah, it's the Breaking the Ice podcast. You can tune in there, and it's there's a lot of swearing.
Yeah, I just had it on in the background, and I heard you talking, and I wasn't really paying attention at first, and then I was just like, is that my dad's voice on the phone talking to Mike Schuh?
Well, Mike, you got to go. Mike is the new morning host on the Pike. Listen. Oh, look, hold on. I wrote it down. You can call or text him at 508-799-7453. Congrats on getting the job, brother. We're going to harass you.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks a
We're
lot.
pumped.
Yeah, give it a listen. Give it a call. You can listen on thepikefm.com. There's also the Pike app. You can listen on the iHeart app. So if you're having trouble getting it in, I got a text from Nantasket Beach this morning.
Nice.
One from Plum Island, and another one from Washington State. Somebody who had just moved out there, and so I really appreciate you folks listening and all the really good words that you're sending my way and good vibes. So thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it.
And request Pantera.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know if we're up to playing that just yet, but
what's the heaviest song you've played since you've been in there, part-time or the morning show?
At night they get pretty rocking at night, and I've played like some really good, the Soundgarden, Alice in Chains really comes out then.
Like, can you throw on Unchained by Van Halen? That's a fucking awesome song.
Oh yeah, they've been playing stuff like that for a long time.
Good. Well, what's the heaviest you think is out there now? Something like that, Unchained, maybe?
Well, yeah. If you really want to get metal, we're playing Dio,
okay,
Sabbath,
nice,
So you may hear some surprises in the morning. Chuck Perks, who's the program director, another former WAAF guy, he loves his hair metal. He used to hairball on WAAF way back in the day. So, we're discussing a hair metal feature and stuff like that. So the music is changing too over at the Pike. They're getting a little harder, not too hard, not like harder, faster, hard.
I was going to say, wait a minute. Are you bringing it back?
Baby steps there. We'll see what happens.
Just do like 11 o'clock on Saturday night. Who gives a fuck?
11 o'clock on Saturday night, that'd be a good time for harder, faster.
Right. Oh my God, dude. The world would Worcester would implode if you brought that back. That'd be awesome.
I would love that. But, baby steps. Let me see if I can actually, make the morning show work. And then
we'll
take it from there.
Oh, sounds like it's working.
I'm checking up on you in a year because, my adult job is buying advertising, and I'm watching you and the Hillman Morning Show.
There's no way.
No,
come on.
Hey, listen,
He's got
everybody that you rattled off is fucking blah, blah, blah in the morning, which isn't awful, but you're playing music and talking and
come on. They're also very good at what they do.
Watch this. You know when they were really good when you were their producer. Look at this.
Come on.
Shocking. Isaiah's trying to start shit. I mean, someone's going to clip this.
Ken Laird and Curtis do a great job in there with that show. Danielle.
Clip this.
And you know what? I love Wiggy. He's awesome. So
great.
Yeah.
Mike Shue is coming for your fucking lunch.
I'm not.
You are.
I have my lunch right here.
And Toucher and Rich, you got fucking nothing. Toucher and Rich.
I went to Chipotle, Fred, and so I.
Carlson and McKenzie, you're fucking going down.
I'm not taking their lunch.
No, you're taking their lunch money. Here comes Mike Shue in the morning. Mike on the Pike. Let's go.
Please stop. Please.
No, this is the fucking promo. The Hillman Morning Show's going down.
I mean, Mike Shue just had, and I was just gonna say he's got to go. And he's just gonna leave.
You gotta have fun with it though. That's fucking awesome.
That out.
Yeah, just put the racist cock over that one.
And we're back. Okay. And hopefully this new camera setup worked and it all lines up and everything. So
yeah, I was trying to see what you were doing. You've got audio coming on one, and what are we doing? What is that camera? Is this your phone?
Yeah. So we're looking here. It's more of a clear picture, I think, and then hopefully I was testing it
coming through another channel, right?
Yeah, that's coming through the board. So
they can't see you licking the on-air thing.
No, they can't see that. I'll throw it up there so they know what you're talking about.
That's fucking great. I forgot about those promo pictures. They're like, hey, let's do these promos. You're going to do the show. We're going Christian. What?
I completely forgot that I made a post last year, and I posted it on my Instagram about how I was 2 weeks ago, I accepted an offer to do my own show, which to all of your questions, yes, I was shocked about that we're going off the air.
Yeah, I was a little shocked. And yes, I remember that post got a fucking ton of hits.
Oh yeah. A lot.
That was a juicy one. What do you think the biggest post you've ever put out on not Josh Dolan?
The biggest post I
guess likewise and views or whatever the fuck.
I think maybe some of the stuff I did with the Bruins in the locker room, those got some pretty good hits. But I think the biggest ones would probably be once AF went off the air and I realized I knew I had a good amount of followers on Instagram, but I didn't realize that they were all real people. It just becomes a number at some point. It used to be an obsession where I'd be like, all right, get to 1,000, now get to 5,000. And then I wanted that K. I was like, get over 10,000. So it's 10K. And then I got over that. And then after that, it was just well, it's a number. It doesn't fucking matter. And then once AF went off the air, those thousands of people started DMing me and I was like, oh my God. And then I made that post with this picture on it. And that got probably the most people sending it to other people. And it definitely got my most engagement. And I think when you have a business account, you can look at the insights and it was something crazy 40,000 people had viewed that post.
Holy shit.
And I was like, oh wow. And then I think the other one would have been probably when I announced my daughter.
Yep. That one fucking rocked.
Baby. So whenever your radio station's going off the air or you're having a baby, those are just the keys to getting a lot of traction on social media. So I'm just going to keep having kids and keep getting fired from stuff.
Or put your fucking put your fucking famous. I think the best one that I put up, it was just random. It was a picture of me with Joey Kramer from Aerosmith because I had done some stuff with his Rockin' and Roastin'.
Oh, that was my other one with Tom Hamilton from Aerosmith.
Right.
So
apparently people like Aerosmith.
Go meet Aerosmith, get fired from your radio gig and have a baby.
Or have a baby girl.
Right.
Good fucking times. All right, kid. I gotta jump. Good show. Hey,
did I disappear? There we go.
No, just to be clear, Mike Shue is on the Pike and he's taking down all the morning shows around. HJY, EEI, ZLX, 92.9. You're fucking going down.
I mean, it's not even competition.
Men against boys. Mike Shue is back. Mornings on the Pike in Worcester. You don't have a fucking chance, Toucher and Rich.
I mean, wait till Mike Shue gets mad. Just watch some old episodes on this. He gets angry.
He gets pissed and he jumps off when he's like,
and me and you were coming to you for Felger Maz, all right?
Oh,
I mean, we're not even on the radio or up against you, but we're just fucking coming for you.
We're fucking working on negotiations with someone to take you down, Felger.
Right? We're working with Dave Portnoy.
Oh, Dave Portnoy doesn't like EEI. Wow.
No.
Ooh.
So
on
that note, we're working with El Prez. Get out of here. All right. See ya. By the way, this is take number 75. Breaking the Ice podcast is brought to you by Garage Doors Plus. Chris Riggs from Garage Doors Plus has been with us since the beginning, even before the beginning. He was with us in the prequel. He was with us on WAAF. He was a loyal WAAF sponsor. He was there the night with us when WAAF went off the air, and he continued on with Breaking the Ice podcast. He's just, he's like a Labrador. He's loyal, and he's good at what he does. He's not going to fetch for you, but he will put in a quality garage door and he will give you a good quote on one. So go to gdplus.com or call 617-458-1148. Yes, I just read that. I should have it memorized by now, but I don't. I don't, because Chris Riggs is not going to be mad because he knows what he signed up for. He just signed up for a bunch of C students who just figured it out. Or we're still trying to figure it out, but go check out Chris Riggs at Garage Doors Plus. He's been fueling this podcast, this madness, since the beginning, and we're so happy to have him on board. And you can check him out in our previous episodes on breakingtheicepodcast.com. Speaking of breakingtheicepodcast.com, we got to give a huge shout out to Invoke Media Group. Nicole at Invoke Media, just like Chris Riggs, jumped on as soon as WAF went off the air. She jumped on board and she was like, let's get this going. And she made us, we've said it a bunch on the show, she made us look like we know what we're doing. And that's just an understatement. If you have a business, if you got a business, if you got a business that you're trying to friggin' get out there, I don't know why I just fell into that accent, but go to invoke-media.com or call 617-606-1448. Or, from this little icon that I can see, you can fax her, which is 774-314-8711. So just go send Nicole from Invoke Media a fax of her butt of I can't. This is the last take I'm doing. Go reach out to Nicole at Invoke Media. I got the giggles tonight, and there's just no cure for him. Also, we got to thank our other sponsors from Wolfpack Coffee. Wolfpack Coffee is veteran-owned and veteran-run, and it's run and owned by our buddy Matt. And he's also been fueling this fire with coffee from Wolfpack Coffee. Dude, it's like, I thought Dunkin' Donuts, or I don't know if I can even say them in this ad, but I just did. I thought Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, they had the best coffee. That's why they were on top. Wrong. I haven't really, I don't think I've been to Dunkin' Donuts since coronavirus started, since this podcast has started, because I have my Wolfpack coffee now. You guys gotta try Wolfpack coffee. You're probably like me. And you're like, no, I like my Starbucks. No, I like my Dunkin' Donuts. But dude, if you just try some real coffee, your life will change. Your life, like Wolfpack coffee, you brew Wolfpack coffee at home, completely different story, and you'll have a ridiculous podcast. So go to wolfpackcoffeeusa.com, drink it, and tell me I'm wrong. And we just got to give a big shout out to two of our other sponsors, Bridgewater State University. Yeah, a university, Bridgewater State University, the state and the university. They are a huge sponsor and a supporter of this podcast. So thank you to them for putting their academic credentials on the line for us, as well as Holliston Meadows Pet Resort. My dogs and cats have been going there for years, and Holliston Meadows is so exclusive, they only take pets.